What's up guys, this is Cher talking, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'll be talking about SaGa Soul Sothis banner in my first preview. We have Sothis, Pamela, and Touji. We already have the information about those characters in Reddit in a post by Hands43. As always, thank you so much for this amazing job. Sochi is a farmer, but also a character that can be used for boss fights. It's a good investment, unlike Vassal, that is a very strange character for long fights. We have 100% endurance and 100% will for a mage. Amazing, and 131 intelligence. Agility could have been better, but when we are grinding, we would just be using the Godspeed stance formation anyway. Well, decreases damage taken by 30%. Then decreases again by another 30 because of staff finees. Has 30% damage because of staff finees, and then gets under 20 every turn. So 130 on turn 5. Gets 2 BP by the end of turn. Starts the fight with 14. Recover BP when attacking in HP. And when using skill 2 and skill... Yes, skill 2 will have something here, but I'll be talking about that later. Okay. Why is this character so useful for farming? Skill 2. 14 VP cost. B power. 2 hits, AoE, Shadow, and Slash. Remember, Galahad, 2 hits with C power and lower status, lower passives. Galahad still solos. I believe that the power of Sothis will be 90% of the power of Merlot-Syrah. Something among these lines. So you'll still be grinding easily, and it's different elements. Shadow and Slash. She is replacing Saruin because Saruin just cannot farm anymore without help of extra people that gives damage via passives. Now, I think that after you use this, you will grant yourself recharge on that end of turn, and on the next one you have a fast skill that has C power, Shadow and Slash, attacks 3 times. So 3 times with C power is even stronger than 2 times with B power. But when we are grinding, we just have to measure based on if you can kill the enemies with the first skill. And you will be able to for the foreseeable future. Now, if you are in a fight with just one enemy, you can choose the third skill instead. 14 BP as well. And attacks 2 times. And has a chance to debuff the enemy intelligence by 20% when the attack lands. I think it's a little too costly. 14 BP for just 2 hits. It's because of the intelligence debuff being 40%. It's very high, and they don't want you to keep using this all the time. I think that's not very useful in grinding, because on the second turn you will not have enough BP to use anything. And you have skill number 1 that's used for boss fights that will grant you a chase attack. That's called Demon Wind. Has D power, single target, slash, and shadow that buffs endurance and intelligence by, I guess, 20%, because this is used on rank 1. Then you have a 50% chance to chase with skill 3. That's right, a guaranteed chase and a chance to chase with skill 3. By casting this skill, you also be buffing your endurance, intelligence, and will by 40% on rank 1 or 50% on rank 99. So, if you are in a boss fight, you will be using this skill. And you can inherit the same Demon Wind from her S style. And you'll be using that one. And then you will be following with that other Demon Wind. You have a chance to follow up with skill 3. But when you have enough BP to use skill 3, you're going to use that one instead. So this is an interesting cycle of damage. But if you already have Bunny Rock Bouquet, she can also do a very good cycle with Cycle Boom. And, well, I don't know which one will be doing more damage. I believe Rock Bouquet still does more. But Sothis is also a farmer for those that are in need. New players will love Sothis, and those that miss it on Saruin or on Ice Cream Galahad. So you have a reason to pull here, even though you can still skip if you want. Sothis as a grinder is an OP character. But for bossing, she would be a triple S, so it's something in between those grades, in my opinion. The next one is Pamela. She's a bow user with the Shadow element as well. We have 120% dexterity, 92% endurance, and 98% will. Good values for a bow user, and 90% agility. Nothing here really stands out, but damage is good, even without seeing the status. Well, she starts the fight with 12 BP, and then also gets many different effects that only last for 10 turns. Those are guaranteed chase with follow up on S3. That is a double hit attack with 8 power, but it's random. Then a 55% increase to pierce damage, 55% increase to shadow damage, and will also recover 2 BP. All of these effects happen on the same time. So, after 5 turns, you also get one big buff. 20% heat up for everyone, including yourself, and then 15% defense up to everyone, decreasing damage taken by 15%. You also give 10 BP to our allies, and we also get this extra 2 BP. This is forever. So she always get 2 BP, but another 2 for 10 turns. So that means you get 7. She also has both Finese for 30% damage reduction and 30% damage potential. So only 30%, she's extremely reliant on getting her increases from passive. And that extra 20. On turn 5 onwards, she will have 110 plus 30 plus 20. That means 160. This is not super crazy. We're getting characters that have very high damage potential as well. But she gets a guaranteed double 8 power chase. Is that good enough? I don't know. You can start with this and then you'll be attacking 4 hits of 8 power. Nice. But remember Gustave, he hit it 3 times with 8 power already. But okay, I know. We will be getting 140% damage increase on the situation. That's very strong. And you can even grind with Pamela just fine if the enemies are weak to either pierce or shadow on single target. She will do explosive damage on the first turn, and on the second she will have to rely on the C power attack, but double chases with A power. And I do believe she can, for now, grind single target attacks. This 3BP skill has C power and buffs dexterity by 30% on max level. It's okay, and when you are in a boss fight and you don't have enough BP for skill 3, you will be using it. Since it buffs dexterity, it's not really bad. But if you have BP generation, it's better to always try to use skill 3 instead. Then we have skill 2, that is an AoE pierce attack that has a chance to debuff the enemy's intelligence by 20% when the attack lands, but intelligence is just 85, it will hardly work in real boss fights. I don't think this character is very useful. Even if you can grind with it, you have many characters that will be able to do as well. And for bossing, Ziling just has more damage potential as she helps the whole party increase damage potential by decreasing the pierce resistance of the enemy. And she also buffs STR and dexterity to make it work in many different squads. She was designed in a similar way to Summerlian and the latest Urpina. Because of being Pierce and Shadow, she is essentially better than Urpina in my book overall, unless you are just nuking with Kihachi. And then we have Touji, and he is a tank of sorts. 108 endurance and 105 will are very good values. 118 dexterity is okay, and 83% agility. He does not really need to be fast. He has 82% intelligence because he can debuff with 1 inheritance. This guy here has a strange design. Let's talk about his skill tree. Well, he can use it on turn 1 because he starts the fight with 12. It's a 12 VP double power attack only. That is fast and deals blunt damage. After attacking, you enter a defensive counter stance that lasts for 2 turns that will be countering with Bazooka and Chainsaw. This attack has double S power and counters with Blunt and Slash. Then it will grant yourself an attack boost for that particular turn, so it will scale the more you counter. Okay, so if you use this, he will be on this defensive counter stance that lasts for 2 turns. Then, if the turn begins and you are not under the defensive counter stance, that is turn 1, you are not under that yet, you grant yourself this attack boost, and you also be following up with Bullet Dance when you attack. That's a 3-hit, I guess, E-power attack that feels more like triple S power. And then when you attack, you also recover HP and BP. But now, you use it, skill 3, right? Then on turn 2, you are now under this defensive counter stance. He will then count and then get himself 1 damage block. Well, this is kind of similar to the strategy that the latest counter goddess had, that she can enter double defensive counter stance to counter twice. But, well, we have Socho as well, that counters with a weaker attack, but he can give BP to the party. I don't know, I think his utility is better. As for the other passives, we have 20% damage increase, reducing damage taken by 25, and then another 50%. He's much more tanky than Social though. And we have a skill number 2 that is 4S power rate, 11 BP cost only. That's super strong for the cost, and it's critical to undead. And a fast skill with 0 BP. I don't care why you have that 0 BP attack, but you'll be using this second one usually on overdrive when you want to finish the boss. Well, overall, this character is strong, but on the meta that we have Julian and Yuma Mayo, he is really just made for Remembrance, because you can't use counter in a future Remembrance fight, as people have been saying. And, well, for guns we have Yuma Mayo, even a Platinum style. We also have Socho, and now we have Touji. I don't think you need this guy, and you can just do it other ones. So the value is very low as well. Another one that will give just an SS plus grade based on my O tier list. Overall, this banner is very skippable. Sochi being the best one. You can still get utility out of the other two, but they are nothing special. So I'll be giving this banner a Bronze Plus award. So far, that's my first impression, but I'll be making a full review later. And, well, that's it. What's your opinion on this? Please say here in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you soon in the next one.